We'll get started. First question, Tim McMahon.
Russ, what was this day like for you to play after having to sit the whole series? It's against your former team, all the circumstances that are going on in the bubble in the world right now. What was this day like for you?
Game day, simple as that.
Brian Smith.
Russ, in games 1 through 4 before you played, you were really active on the bench, coaching, helping this team out as much as possible. How much were you able to just, during that time, stay connected to this team and know that at some point you would hopefully be back on the court during this first round series?
The whole time. That's part of my job. When I'm not playing, I get to find ways to be able to impact the team, and it's that through leadership, and that's something that I take pride in every day, is finding ways to be able to continue to lift guys up, continue to bring positive energy.
Mark Furman.
Russ, ESPN tweeted a photo of your son Noah watching the game. How cool is that when you think about him watching and you know what's going on? What do you think about all that?
Yeah, it's amazing, man. That's the best thing about seeing your family, your kids on the screen. I'm just happy I got them to lock in for a good amount of time. That's it.
Andres Lopez.
Thank you, Russell. We're in the middle of unprecedented times. We're coming back from the boycott that was historic.
Wasn't a boycott.
What has changed?
Wasn't a boycott. Wasn't a boycott. Okay. Use different wording. Wasn't a boycott.
The withdrawal from playing a few games to draw attention to the issues of social injustice. What has changed now that you guys are back? And moving forward, how are you going to use these events as motivation?
What has changed? It's been only 2 days. It's going to take some time, but as long as we have an understanding as players and as owners, it's going to take time. I mean, we're in a difficult time, not just us as athletes, but in the world today with election coming up, COVID, so many, people and young brothers losing their lives. It's a crazy time, and you just got to stay prayerful, stay thankful, and find ways to use our platform to be able to impact as many people as possible.
Cassidy Hubbard.
Russ, obviously it's been an emotional week, and then also heading into being back on the court with your team. But how would you describe your feelings heading into this game, particularly?
Just winning, trying to win. This series tied 2-2, 3-game series, and be good to go out and get a win, and that's what we did. And making a statement while doing it, I thought everybody played the right way, put us in position to close the game out.
Russ, I wondered how involved you were in the conversations with the owners, and did you have any specific desires that you wanted to see before you were comfortable coming back?
I'm very involved all the time, and desires is follow through. I think a lot of demands, a lot of different things that we wanted as players were heard. The owners heard us, and make sure that this wasn't us against them. It was more a collective agreement that we come together and find what's most important now, and that's taking care of voting and making sure that we have arenas and have an opportunity for guys and families and different people across the world to go vote. And secondly is find a way to be able to hold our cops and hold them accountable for their actions. And there's different ways to be able to do that, and the owners were in agreement, and that's the most important part. The next part is now just to follow through and just holding them accountable to the things that we talked about.
And last one, Kim Davis.
Hey, Russ, can you talk about talking to Michael Thomas earlier today with the Texans? They talked about how seeing what you guys did was also inspirational for them, and they look forward to maybe finding a way that all of the different teams and leagues and players can work together. How you feel about the fact that you did something not just for the league, but kind of sparked a movement even with other players in other leagues?
I mean, I think it's great. I think it's great I think during times like this, kind of sports is something that, everybody at home is kind of all we have right now that's a positive and inspiring. But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with taking a pause and a break to be able to reset and actually take time to be able to make sure that our voices is heard as athletes, and especially as African-American athletes. And it's something that, it's very, very important, not just something that we can just have a conversation and move on, but it's something that you have to take action in and find ways to do something that's, outside of yourself, outside of your own personal issues, and find a way to be able to help these communities, help our young brothers, and find ways to continue to impact and inspire them.
Thank you, Russell.